Ryan Tringer here from Swing Safe Golf Lesson Center in Irvine, California. We're taking a look at Xander Schauffele at Riviera in the Genesis Invitational 2026 and just going through his fundamentals. So let's take a look here. So if we draw a vertical line down first at the setup from his armpits, let's see, hits the knees, hits the balls of feet. This is a great sign of good setup posture when you draw a line like this, and you can see that the back of the armpits hit the knee and the ball of the foot. Super nice setup, headline with spine, balls in the center of the club here. And then let's put some body lines up on the screen and let's trace and see what's going on here with his form. So this is a pretty good shot. It looks like he's aiming, I would say, right about there. He pretty much hit the target with this shot. It started slightly right, and it was drawing to the left like 2 yards. And so I think on this hole at Riv, a lot of the players like to try to get the ball on this side over here because it gives you a good angle into the green, and then it's a lot safer than that right side. Okay, so now let's take a look and trace the club head, see what's going on here. So he does. Oh, actually, one thing that's worth noting is he does this practice takeaway. So he walks in, sets a club, gets ready, gets balanced, and then he does a little practice takeaway here. And he's just here. You can see he's practicing keeping the club in front of him, and you can see the club heads outside his hands. And this is typical of the modern golfer. It's a lot easier to play golf if you take it back. I call it straight back and keep the club out there in front of you. It gets a lot harder when you get the club stuck behind you. And then let's see here when he actually takes it away. Let's see, he takes a look over there to see where he's going. Right hand seems light because his thumb keeps coming off the club there. You can see his right thumb is not on there. He's trying to keep a light right thumb. And then let's see here as he takes it back. And so you can see why he's trying to practice taking it back a little bit on the outside. Because look at this, he takes it actually a little bit underplane going back here on this one. And you can see here that the club face is a little bit low on the backswing here, and the club face gets a little bit shut also. Going back, you can see if we take a vertical line here and draw it, that his club face is just about like this. So he's got the face just a tiny bit closed on the backstroke here, and he takes it just a little bit inside, which makes sense as to why he's doing that practice swing. And then let's see here as he gets up to the top of the swing, just such a solid job of keeping his balance. Look at this, keeping the, as we call it, the posture angles absolutely perfectly. You can see that the these angles that he started with at the address haven't changed at all. His rear's in line. His face is still in the front here. His left wrist, he's actually, he's doing a little bit of a early supination of the wrist there. You can see the left wrist has a slight bend in it. Not as much as someone like Colin Morikawa or Dustin Johnson, but he's definitely doing that to a small amount here in his backswing. And so the club face, because of that, is a little bit closed here at the top. And then when it's coming down here, let's see how he does. So on the way down here, now you can see the club is toe up. The face is more like this here, or even maybe a smidge open on the way down. And then let's see where that club travels coming down here. So yeah, he's definitely getting the club underneath the line he brought it back on, which is typical of a good golfer in the modern era. And then look at this. Look how much he's getting that left hip back on the way in to stay down and through. And if anything, he does this maybe a little bit more than's needed, you could say, because see how his spine angle here is increased. But I would say that's a better thing to do than stand up on the shot like so many golfers struggle with. Um, and so you can see here when he's coming through how the ball started, like I said, right at that corner of the fairway. And look at this, he's still looking down where the ball was after it's gone all the way through. And you can see how that hips back, and then the ball is starting to the right, like of his line slightly here. And then on the follow through, you can see the club's on plane. It's parallel to the plane line. His hips on the rear line, and if anything, his head stayed down and through the shot because of that hip going back. And then around he goes here to a nice balanced finish. And so, I mean, just super solid. And I would say that just great athletic setup, definitely taking care of the fitness stuff. Definitely working on the right stuff here. I mean, for him to be practicing that takeaway and trying to get the club, like this, where he's taking it back a little straighter and the toe up a little bit, I would say he definitely is on point with what he should practice, because it looks like, if anything, he has a tiny bit of a tendency to take it back a little bit too far inside here, as you can see by the blue line. Gets his wrist again a little bit bowed and then comes down from the inside, gets his hip back, driving his pressure toward his heel, starting the ball to the right, staying down and through, looking down where the ball was. Just super solid technique, and look forward to seeing him win more tournaments going forward. Great to watch him play.